Exercise 11, we've got a two-sample problem, and we're actually asked to compute some of these statistics by hand. You've got all the formulas for them. I'll let you check. You can confirm that x1 bar is 162.83. I'm just averaging these four numbers, and x2 bar is 157.6, averaging these four numbers, and I shouldn't have any problem doing that. I did ask you to compute the sample standard deviation. You've got the formula for that in your handout. Let me write out the formula for one of them, and then I'll tell you the answer on both of them. So it's just the square root, and let's do it for S1. So you're taking each data point minus the mean, and you're squaring that. So I'm taking 166.2 minus 162.83. I square that, and then I keep going along, and let me do the next one. So I get 157 minus the mean of 162, and then I square that, and you'll end up with a 30.58. 166 minus 162, you'll end up with 14.977, and then the last one, 161 minus 162, you'll end up with 2.99. Take that difference and square it on each one of those, and then you divide by the number of data points, subtract 1, so you divide by 3, all under the radical, and you'll end up with 4.469. That's the first standard deviation. The second standard deviation is 10.135. We're asked in part C to state the null and the alternative hypothesis and to use symbols. So the null hypothesis is these two means are actually the same. The alternative hypothesis, no, they aren't. They're actually different. And we can go up and see that the alternative right here. We're interested in testing the hypothesis that the two means are equal. We want to know, are they equal or are they not? Didn't give us any sort of direction. So for the two-sample T statistic, the formula is, to take the x1 bar minus x2 bar, you subtract those on top, and when you do, you're going to get 5.23. You're dividing by the square root of the first standard deviation, 4.469. You actually square that. Each of the sample sizes here are 4. So over 4 plus the other standard deviation was 10.135. You square that, and then you divide by 4 again. Crank everything out, and you're going to get 0.944, and that's what you're asked for this T statistic. Okay. What degrees of freedom would you use? Well, they're both samples of size 4, so you just subtract 1, and I would use 3. I'm not asking you to use or memorize option 2, the nasty formula. That's all that you need to do.